7:50 this morning here at Big 550 KTRS. Each and every year, the United Way teams up with the St. Louis Post-Dispatch, and they talk about the 100 neediest cases. We're going to talk about it with Vanessa Wayne, the director of the United Way's Neediest Cases. Vanessa, hi. Thanks for joining us.
Good morning.
You need to talk. You need to talk right in the microphone.
I can do that.
There you
Good
go.
morning.
Also,
Nice
Doug Moore is with us, St. Louis Post-Dispatch reporter. Doug, welcome back.
Hey, thank you.
How long has the Post been doing these stories?
We're now in the 92nd year of doing this. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. It's been a long time tradition.
Did the Post started originally? How did it all come about?
It started, and Vanessa might need to help me with the cheat sheet on this, but we took over from mergers of newspapers back in the day, but
Right.
it was called something else, Christmas Giving or something like that. But the campaign has been going on for, I guess now it is its 92nd year, and we've enjoyed this long tradition with the United Way and seen amazing success. Really.
Yeah. All right. So let's talk about the program. How does it work exactly? Who picks the 100 neediest cases?
Well, we actually partner with about 70 local social service agencies because they work with clients in need. And we call them our partner agencies. And those agencies submit their clients to the 100 Neediest Cases database every year. And that's what's really important, is that we're working with agencies in the community, we're working with those clients. They are then putting their clients in our system to give them an opportunity to
Are they ranked 1 to 100?
Actually, the way that it works is, and most people know that we have more than 100, but we have over 13,000 cases in our system this year. And that's not repeat cases, that's not adding cases, that's every year. For the past 5 years, we've had over 13,000 cases. And what happens is we have a wonderful group of volunteers who are not only in our offices every day answering those phones and talking to donors and making sure that adoptions get put through, but they actually review about 5,000 of those 13,000, which are considered the highest need, to get to the 100 cases that you see in the Post-Dispatch. They're looking for cases that are the ones that when you pick up the newspaper and you read it, you say, wait, I need to do something. I want to make a call. I want to be a part of this. And they take a lot of time to make sure we get those cases.
And that's where you come in, I guess.
Yeah, absolutely. Once we get the 100 cases, then we work to it's a basically 5 to 6 week program, so we publish 2 or 3 cases a day.
Right.
And then with those, it shows people how to go online to donate or to call, and the United Way can help find a case that resonates with that person. Sometimes they want to adopt someone with children,
Right.
Someone that may be a veteran. It just sort of depends what their interest is.
It's a fine line between detailing the plight of the person and then also keeping their dignity as well, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. And if you read the cases, you'll notice we don't identify them. We usually call them by Mrs. K or Mr. J or something like that. Because this isn't to make them feel uncomfortable in any way. It's just an opportunity to help these folks. And I think that, we have identified some people who've been nice enough to let us help tell their story, because if people see a real face on it,
Sure.
then they're like, this is someone that's been helped. But yeah.
So
Are all the 100 cases always fulfilled, all of those? And I also see that there are kids from a local high school who are also adopting some of these cases.
I know. And yes, actually, we have been so fortunate for the past probably 3 or 4 years that every single one of those cases that you see highlighted gets adopted. And what's wonderful is when we were talking about how the volunteers work really hard to make sure that the stories that they see represented in the Post resonate. They, spark something in you. Maybe you recognize something, or you realize that you've been blessed and that you might want to just take a moment and give back. And so Whitfield High School, as a community project, contacted us earlier this year, and one of the teachers who helps coordinate that said, I really think this might be a good fit for our families. Let me put it to them, see what they think. They liked it so much that they got involved. They thought they'd do 1 or 2 families. They're doing 38 families. They have every single one of their classes is involved in this. And, that is just a wonderful thing, and they're excited about it. They can't wait to go shopping. I mean, there was more than what we anticipated.
Are there 1 or 2 stories that you sort of wrote about or heard about that's really was 1 or 2 of your highlights?
As far as the cases,
Yeah.
No. Unfortunately, they all kind of, you sit there and you read through all these cases, and
It breaks
it's hard.
your heart.
It does.
Yeah.
It's hard not to say, wow, I'm a really lucky person. You
Right,
know?
yeah.
It's hard to complain about the day that you're having because you're out of coffee or something like that. You
Right,
know,
yeah.
When a lot of these people have some serious health issues in their family. They've lost their jobs. They may have had a house fire,
Right.
and it just seems like it's a series of things that just they can never get back to where they need to be.
Right.
And so this provides an opportunity, as Vanessa often says, for a moment for these folks. At least that one day they can have, like, they don't have to worry about their bills are going to be paid.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to have some toys to unwrap for those kids, because a lot of these parents simply just don't have the money.
When you say adopt a case, what do you mean by that? You just mean sort of be a mentor, help them out along the way? What do you mean by that?
Well, it just really, we allow it to be what is comfortable for you, but I'll just, in the basic sense of what it means is when you see one of those cases in the newspaper, and if one of them is someone you want to help, you will call our offices and talk about adoption. What we lay out as adoption means is that we ask you to buy at least one wrapped gift for every person in that household.
Okay, so when you say adopt a family, you don't mean adopt a child.
No.
You mean adopt the case.
The case,
Okay,
yes.
so you become the overseer of the case. You
Yes.
become the benefactor of the family
Kind
in a
of.
sense.
And, you know, each story not only tells you a little bit about the family, but it gives you an idea of what is kind of going on with them in their household in terms of their income and their expenses. And then we always ask them to write out the things that they would like to have. And it could be something as simple as clothes and socks and pajamas. We've seen that sort of things. Or it could be, because these are still kids, they're asking for games and books and toys. And sometimes people are asking for, you would be surprised at how many people are asking for bed clothing, sheets, towels,
And just
personal
basic
care items.
necessities.
Yes.
30 seconds left, Vanessa. What's the one thing you want people to know about this whole program?
The one thing is that this program has been fortunate through the generosity of this community, and that every single year when we start out and hope that we'll be able to help these families, we have been, with the partnership with the Post-Dispatch, been so successful in being able to do that. So I want to say thank you to this community for embracing this program every single year. And it has become such a part of St. Louis, and I think a part of the holidays for people's lives, and that, you know, you can't buy that. And so thank you. Read the stories. Find something in there that touches you. Know that there's somebody out there that is not as fortunate as you are, and, you know, give a little bit.
Doug, where, and how do we find the stories? They're online, right?
Yep, stltoday.com. If you want to look at the cases available, you can go to 100neediestcases.org. And there's also a number, let me read it here, 314-421-6060.
Beautiful. That is Doug Moore, St. Louis Post-Dispatch reporter and director of the United Way 100 Neediest Cases. Vanessa Wayne, thanks, guys, for coming in.
You guys.
Thank you very much.
Quick check, St. Louis